Money in the Bank wrapped up, it's time to show you the secrets to booking a Money in the Bank winner with secret rival reactions, tips, and tricks that 2K doesn't want you to know about in Universe Mode. Make sure to like and subscribe and check out my other Universe Mode content. Everyone already knows about the usual cash-in attack, triple threat cash-in, and announce cash-in options. But did you know about the hidden options? Hidden away within the reversal section of Universe Mode rival reactions, there are options to have a cash-in attempt that ends in a save, and the option to have a foiled cash-in attempt. Most people miss these, and it takes away from the fun of the eventual cash-in within Universe Mode. While these options only increase the total to 6 cash-in animations in Universe Mode, there are still a lot more tricks that you can do to make your Money in the Bank holder have a great run with the briefcase and bring your Universe Mode to life. Let's take a look at some more tips and tricks to help you develop your Money in the Bank storylines. When starting a new run with the briefcase, you typically don't want to rush into the cash-in just yet. You instead want to slow play it a little bit and build a story before the cash-in. Let's go ahead and use Naomi as an example. Since she is a chaotic and aggressive force with this heel turn, we want to match her energy with the rivalry actions to slowly build her up. When starting a run with the briefcase, some great options to begin making her presence known to the champion is with the distractions. Using the Championship Thief rivalry action can be a great way to immediately show which champion the briefcase winner is going after, without actually having to tease the cash-in, while also beginning to tell that story of being a thorn in that champion's side. With the addition of promos to WWE 2K25 Universe Mode, it would be a great idea to immediately mix one in between these two stars as a way to break up a streak of rival reactions. That way, it makes sure your story doesn't become repetitive with rival reaction after rival reaction after rival reaction. You can also use post-match stare-down options to help mix up the pace at the start of this rivalry. It's really a way of making people wonder if that Money in the Bank holder will have a sneaky cash-in, or maybe take more of a valiant approach and let them know beforehand. After using some of these distractions, now that your story is headed in a clear direction, really amping up the distractions is the key to progressing the story and showing that the eventual cash-in is coming. I tend to begin to speed things up with a mid-match ringside distraction to show that your briefcase holder is only a moment away from taking their chance if they see the opportunities right. Also, the mid-match music distraction is a great way to continue the story, but now instead of your briefcase holder being an eyesight of your champion, the champion won't be able to see them. They'll be thrown off not knowing where the briefcase holder is, as they could be right behind them for all they know, ready to hit him with the briefcase and cash in to win that title. These different distraction types all have different reasoning for occurring, and they help tell the story of the Money in the Bank winner getting the upper hand. But what about when your champion gets the upper hand in this rivalry? Every action shouldn't just be the Money in the Bank holder teasing a cash-in, or else you'll just be telling the same story over and over again, and it'll quickly become boring, and you'll just want to stop playing in Universe Mode altogether. One of my favorite ways to show a champion standing up to the Money in the Bank holder is with the ringside guest removal in the distraction section of rivalry actions. This does a great job of telling the story of the Money in the Bank holder failing at their attempt to impact the champion and get in their head. This story idea can then be continued. The following week, maybe you decide to implement one of the hidden cash-in options mentioned before as a cash-in attempt save option. It can help continue a story of casting doubt on your Money in the Bank holder, because maybe a successful cash-in just maybe isn't going to happen, and it leads to the Money in the Bank holder needing to evolve their own character within the story with a confidence-boosting storyline before eventually coming back and focusing on that world champion and heading into their eventual cash-in. Another way for a champion to get back at their current Money in the Bank holder rival is to go on the offensive, like the Money in the Bank holder has previously. Just because the champion has everything to lose with a quick cash-in doesn't mean they should only be on the defensive. Creating your own distraction for the champion on the Money in the Bank holder is a great way to show a back and forth rivalry between the two with no clear signs that an eventual cash-in attempt will end up being successful. Now that the build-up portion is discussed and out of the way, let's talk about the final moment where the cash-in happens and we really get that big payoff by coming back to the beginning of this video with the known cash-in options. When dealing with a heel Money in the Bank winner, you want that big payoff to typically be done with the attack cash-in option to show the ruthlessness, aggression, as you can expect that with both of our current Money in the Bank holders in real life with Naomi and Seth Rollins, as they should really be using those actions this year. For faces though, you have a couple of options that are different, as you can use the announce cash-in option ahead of time, or you can do the non-attack action cash-in, which is similar, just not hitting them with the Money in the Bank briefcase. If you're going with someone like Sami Zayn or similar in character, then you're going to want to more often do the announce cash-in option, as they would take the Valiant option, similar like Cena was 10-15 years ago. But someone like LA Knight, where they're a face right now, but they're more of an aggressive face, they would most likely do the non-attack cash-in. You lastly have an option for a triple threat cash-in, which can really be used by either faces or heels. This option makes the most sense if you want a triple threat rivalry to occur after the cash-in, as both losers can have a claim to a rematch if the Money in the Bank holder ends up winning that triple threat cash-in attempt. Something I also want to discuss with you guys is what to stay away from when doing a Money in the Bank holder rivalry with a champion. Holding the Money in the Bank briefcase is very different than just having a number one contender and having a normal singles rivalry play out over that title. So you need to handle this totally differently. Ambushes, attacks, brawls, those rivalry actions are great for normal rivalries, but they make very little sense for Money in the Bank holders to use, honestly. The only time they would make sense in this situation is if you use one of those actions for like a heel champion to attack your Money in the Bank holder. If it was the other way around though, then why would they not just cash in after these attacks on the champion? You can't do that in game, so it obviously doesn't really make sense for you to use them. It's the little things like that which must be thought about when pushing a rivalry with your Money in the Bank holder and the actions they take on your champion. Ask yourself, does this action make sense for the story? And if you're going to use it, would the cash-in happen at this moment? So if the cash-in would happen, but you can't actually make it work in game, then it doesn't make sense. Don't do it. Another thing that you need to avoid is not having a plan for after your cash-in. If you don't have a plan, then you're going to immediately become bored because there's really nothing left for you to really play out after the payoff from the cash-in. You must have an idea about what's next and who the next title contender will be after the cash-in. Will there be a rematch clause for the former champion, which now sets up more of a fair singles match the next PLE instead of that cheap little cash-in? Or is there no rematch clause, so they must now go to the back of the line and earn a shot, while someone else who has more done enough in the recent months to earn themselves a title shot first ahead of your former champion? Is there no clear-cut contender up next? So in that case, you must plan on doing a number one contenders tournament or just a number one contenders match to pick your next contender? Do you plan on having your new champion have a long or short reign? Do you have an idea of who you want to eventually take the title off of your new champ after the cash-in? How will you build up the next person to take the title off of your new champ? These are the questions you need to ask yourself before you have your Money in the Bank holder cash in on your champion, or else you're going to get bored, no idea next means no plan, and with that your universe mode is honestly just going to fall apart. So with that, let me know if you agree or disagree in your opinions on how to use Money in the Bank holders within universe mode. Also, please make sure to like and subscribe and check out my other universe mode content.